rehearsal.
Oh, great. Or the
Just
class.
now. The class.
Yes, exactly.
Which was for about 2 hours. Open to the public, about.
Yeah.
But this is not your first time on the island.
No, not my first time on the island. This is my 4th year on the island.
Consecutive?
With
Oh,
yes,
nice.
consecutive with the festival.
So you're used to the rhythm,
The humidity.
The humidity.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry about this.
No, it's okay.
But at least you don't have rain and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the bones don't ache
No,
as much.
we've had amazing weather. It's completely fine. It's just you sweat a lot, which is all right too. You know.
'Cause you do come from New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. This year you're serving as the Associate Artistic Director.
Mm.
Very exciting.
It is exciting. It's been a nice opportunity.
And what does an Associate Artistic Director do?
Well, this year, because Benjamin just recently took over the directorship of the Paris Opera Ballet, and he'll be starting in, I think, September of 2014. So it's a lot of planning. It's
Right.
one of the biggest arts institutions in France, and one of the biggest ballet companies in the world. And so he, in conjunction with Molly, the executive director of the Athenaeum, kind of rang me up and said, would I be interested in having a go, kind of putting together the festival, doing a children's program, doing some master classes, doing some lecture demonstrations. And I said, sure. It's always something that I've enjoyed doing. In New York with the New York City Ballet, I do some lecture series on the proscenium, talk with the audience and with dancers and things. So I had a bit of experience with that before. But it's been very enjoyable.
Nice. So there are 2 major performances, Friday and Saturday.
Friday evening and Saturday.
Okay, and what are the programs?
The programs are the same each night. We're starting with the ballet called Valse Fantasy, choreographed by George Balanchine. That's a frenetic, kind of wildly, constantly moving waltz. It's a beautiful piece. The music is fabulous, and it's not something that's seen very much. It hasn't gone in the repertory for New York City Ballet in many years, but it's a beautiful little jewel of a piece, and it has 4 corps de ballet ladies and a lead couple that kind of whirl in and out of one another the entire time. So it's one of my favorites. The second piece on the program is a pas de deux by Christopher Wheeldon called Mercurial Maneuvers. That's an excerpt from a larger ballet. The music is the Andante movement from Shostakovich's first piano concerto, which is a stunning piece of music. Whereas the first piece is very outward and very demonstrative, the second piece is much more inward looking and much quieter and more intimate. A very intimate shared experience between 2 people. So it's very enjoyable. The third piece I'm not going to talk about a lot because it's a world premiere. No one has ever seen it. So it's a very special thing, especially with the caliber of dancers and the caliber of choreographer that is doing this. So I'll let people come and see that for themselves. Come see that for yourself. It's worth it. It's worth the ticket price. As is everything else.
I don't know if I can say. I did read that it's choreographed by Justin Peck.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Justin Peck, who's kind of a new, a hot up-and-comer kind of young guy who just burst onto the scene. He's done several ballets for our company, the New York City Ballet, and it's fabulous. I mean, he seems to be very much in demand elsewhere, so I'm happy that he was able to have time to do that this year.
I'm delighted that he has time to chat with us a bit later.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty cool.
It's very cool.
And you have David Hallberg as well.
David Hallberg is here, along with the rest of the cast from American Ballet Theatre of 7 Sonatas, which is the middle ballet. It's kind of the anchor of the program, which is an amazing piece that Alexei Retmansky did in, I think, 2009, to a set of Scarlatti sonatas. And unlike when they perform it in a large theater, I think it works extraordinarily well in a smaller house. So I think there are 500 or 600 seats here, and the stage is a little smaller, and it makes it a little more intimate and immediate. And I think that when you see a piece like this closer than you would if you were at the Metropolitan Opera House or Avery Fisher Hall, I think it can have a much deeper effect. So I'm extraordinarily excited that they're doing this year. And we have a fabulous cast of dancers from the American Ballet Theatre.
As well as Miami.
Dancing, yes, but just the 7 Sonatas are only the ABT dancers.
Okay.
Patricia Delgado from Miami City Ballet is in the new Justin Peck work, and she's also doing Valse Fantasy with my brother Jared
Right.
in the first half.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
brother,
Yeah.
he's 5 years older than you
Yes,
are.
5 years older than
He's
I am.
also with the New York City or ABT?
New York City. Yeah.
New York City
He's also
Ballet.
a principal dancer with the New York City Ballet.
So did he have anything to do with inspiring, influencing you, or it's just, it runs in the genes, it's just a family?
Kind of just a family thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I started dancing because
young, yeah.
quite young. But he was already in a dance class, and this was a summer, and I was maybe 7 years old, and I was actually just saying this on the radio this morning that I complained to my father that I didn't have anything to do, and my father doesn't believe in being bored,
Right.
and so. You know, I had done all the weeding, I had read all of my books, and I had all these things. And so he dropped me off at the ballet studio where my brother was taking class. And I didn't take class with him, but I took class with a group of girls who were younger than I was and much better than I was. They knew how their bodies worked, and they were very fleet of movement. They all knew exactly what all the positions were, and I had no idea.
5-year-olds.
Yeah, 5-year-olds knew.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was 7, and my body was so foreign, and it got under my skin a bit that it was this difficult thing, so I stuck with it, you know, and here we are.
And you've been with New York City Ballet since 2001?
2004.
4.
No, 2003.
3.
2003.
And then you were promoted as a soloist
That I don't remember.
in
Well,
2000.
I signed my core contract
Okay.
in 2004,
Right,
and in maybe 2007,
right.
I became a soloist, and then in 2009 I became a principal.
And you were very young when you became principal. Is that the norm? No, to be.
It has, well, in I think the more recent years,
Right.
it has been the norm. But I think it's because we had a very solidified group of male principal dancers that all left at the same time. So there were spots that needed
Amazing.
to be filled. So whether or not it was whether or not people think it was early or late or whatever it is, it was necessary to kind of have someone. Me and my colleagues who were promoted then, to have someone kind of fill in the shoes of our departing colleagues.
But you also have worked with some other, as a guest performer or choreographer? Have you done
No,
choreography?
not choreography.
Performer.
Yeah, just
okay,
performer.
with other companies or other
Other dance
dancers,
festivals.
like
and other-
Christopher Wheeldon,
Yes.
whom you mentioned.
Yes. He
You had worked
at,
with him at some point.
Yes, earlier on
Okay.
in the career, and I actually still work with him. He choreographs occasionally for City Ballet, but he started a company several years back called the Morphosis
Right.
Company, and
Right.
I, you know, in the summers I danced with him full time when I wasn't at City Ballet. So yeah, I like staying busy, you know. Also, the body's a funny thing. When you stop moving, things start to hurt, so you need to always keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a aesthetically, personally, physically, do you have a particular choreographer with whom you really connect?
Just good
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
You know, can
Yeah.
that be that can be
Yeah,
the defining process?
yeah,
No,
absolutely.
I like a
Like
really
classical,
really wide
modern,
range.
contemporary, just
No, I like a really wide range of things. I just think good work is good work in whatever medium. I think when something really, when a movement, when a dance piece sings, I think you just kind of know. You know what it is. You know that it's good, regardless of what the style is. You know.
I read somewhere that you had wanted to work with Pina Bausch. Did you ever get a chance to
No,
meet her?
I never did. I never
yeah.
did. I've worked with people who were close with her, but never with her. I mean, it was.
Didn't get a chance to meet her.
Yeah, no, I never got a chance to meet her, but I was a great admirer for work, and
Yeah.
every time she was in New York, I went to go see the company when they were at the Brooklyn
Right.
Academy of Music.
Right.
Yeah.
One last question. The Paris Opera, Ballet Opera, they're celebrating their 300th anniversary.
Yeah.
So do you think Benjamin Millepied is going to have you guys go over and perform?
I'm not sure.
So-
You know, well, we have had.
So Mr. Millepied, just a little
exactly.
note.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have had a relationship with Paris Opera in the past, several years ago. Maybe 2008. We went as a full company,
Nice.
and we danced. We danced at the Opera Bastille, but then we also had a joint gala where the New York City Ballet dancers and Paris Opera dancers were dancing together at the Palais Garnier, which was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add?
No, I think we kind of
Great.
covered it.
It's fantastic to
Thanks
meet you.
very much. It was wonderful to meet you too.
Look forward to your performances on Friday, Saturday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're coming, hopefully.